So for slide one. So as you all know, Indus Valley civilization is spread around 1 million square kilometers, and based on ceramic and subsistent patterns, the culture can be divided into 6 regions, namely Sindhi Harappan, Kuli Harappan, Sorath Harappan, Bawalpur Harappan, the East Punjab Harappan, and Late Cote Dijian. And civilization can be divided into 3 cultural phases, namely regionalization era, integration era, and localization era. When it comes to Gujarat, the Harappan research in Gujarat started with Vallabhipur. Vallabhipur was first noticed Chalcolithic site in Gujarat in 1930, and the Chalcolithic site at Rangpur came to notice in 1934 while digging the mount for the construction of a road, and M.S. Watts excavated the site in 1935. Later on, 800 plus sites were explored and documented by scholars. The excavations at 63 Chalcolithic site revealed the existence of classical Harappan, pre-urban Harappan, burial pottery tradition, and regional Chalcolithic cultures. The traditions include Anartha, Padri, pre-Prabhas, Sorath, Harappan, Micaceous red ware, red slip ware, Prabhas, Nestos red ware, Malva ware, and Jove ware. In Gujarat, the culture can be divided into 3 cultural phases: pre-urban Harappan, urban Harappan, and post-urban Harappan. And a number of regional cultures were emerged during these phases. When it comes to architectural features of Harappan culture, it is known for well-planned city layout of Harappan cities and towns. It includes well-planned streets, water housing systems, and so slide. Social gathering spots, stadiums, and other amenities like Great Bath at Mohenjo-daro. They also have a standardization of bricks, standardization of pottery, seals and ceilings, and stone weights indicates the standardization of trade and commerce. Use of script, copper tools, and well-crafted jewelry across the civilization also shows the cultural uniformity. When it comes to the architectural features of mature Harappan waste in Gujarat, it is identified with elaborate city planning, monumental architecture, social gathering spaces, trade-related structures, and constructions like dockyard at Lothal, water harvesting system, and waste management. They use mud bricks, stones, and burnt bricks for construction in most of the sites. The post-urban Harappan period in Gujarat started from 1900 to 900 BC. This cultural transition is inevitably evident from changes in material culture, settlement locations, varying inhabitant patterns, and subsistence practices. Several features of the Harappan cultural traditions continued to exist to some extent of time till they completely become vague or absent. Noticeable change in architecture, trade, subsistence, and absence of classical Harappan ceramics and antiquities at the post-urban Harappan sites were noticed during this period. It also noticed that shift in number of size of habitation area and production of goods, and a gradual shift to pastoral lifestyle happened during this phase. So far, scholars documented 439 sites belonging to the localization phase in Gujarat. This period was represented by the cultures or traditions like late Sorath Harappan, Prabhas ware, Black and red ware, Micaceous red ware, Nestos red ware, Jove ware, and Malva ware. Here, 13 major Harappan sites were compared to understand the architectural features of Harappan culture in Gujarat. The classical Harappan sites like Dholavira, Surkotra, Lothal, Bagasra, and Sorath Harappan sites like Gundasi, Rojdi, and Jaidak, and also sites from Kutch and other regions like Rangpur, Deshalpur, Nadapa, Kanmer, and Khirsara were also analyzed. These sites have similarities and differences in terms of construction and architectural features. When it comes to the classical Harappan architecture in Gujarat, Dholavira is the largest classical Harappan site in Gujarat, measured with the world area of 48 hectares compared to Lothal with 10.1 hectares, Sukhothada with 2.1 hectares, and Bagasra with 1.96 hectares. Stone, mud brick, and burn bricks were used for construction in these sites. The average thickness of outer fortification wall is between 7 to 7.5 meters at Dholavira, Sukhothada, and Bagasra. Interestingly, outer fortification wall at Lothal measures 15 meters, making it the most thickly fortified classical Harappan site in Gujarat. Thickness of inner wall structures is identical across these sites with average measurement of 60 to 120 centimeters. Emergence of curvilinear structures during the phase 7, that is a late Harappan phase in Dholavira, is a noticeable architectural transition observed at the site. The Sorath Harappan architecture features rectangular plan of the habitation, perimeter wall thickness averages 2.80 to 3 meters, inner wall thickness averages 75 centimeters. Circular, polygonal, curvilinear structures were noticed during this period. Lack of complex structures inside the fortification compared to classical Harappan sites were the major feature in Sorath Harappan architecture. Use of undressed stone for construction is also noticed in Sorath Harappan sites. In Rojri, a curved wall foundation of approximately 20 meters in diameter is observed during phase 1. It is the only curvilinear structure found from Sorath Harappan Rojri so far. Excavations at Sekera revealed evidence for the existence of 11 lateral domed circular huts, occasionally provided with porch. The flooring of the huts were made of rammed earth, and in Jaidak, fortification wall circular structures, room with hearth and lane were also observed. In Kundasi, 3 phases of structural remains were observed. Period 1A and B belongs to mature Harappan phase, and period 1C belongs to late Harappan phase. Period 1A and B structures were constructed using mud bricks. The foundation of the structures were stone rubble in mud and dressed stone in some portions. The brick size measured here 36 into 18 into 9 centimeter, confronting the general notion of standard Harappan 4:2:1 ratio. The interior of the structures were mud plastered. Huge boulders were used for constructing wash towers. The wall of the structure were 1 to 1.5 meters in thickness. Period 1C late phase structures are located towards the western part of the habitation. Late phase structures were single or double roomed with wall of single stone cores. Rangpur is a site where we can notice the mature Harappan to late Harappan transition. Here, next slide. The architectural features can be observed during period 2A and period 2B at Rangpur. The inhabitants used mud brick for construction. Use of black clay instead of fine alluvial clay is also observed during this period. In period 3, mud brick dwellings with rammed floor were observed in Rangpur. The deposits belong to period 3 at Rangpur 3, absorbed with brick bags and flood-borne materials. Clint-burned bricks were used during this period for the construction of a household structure. Here, no circular, polygonal, curvilinear structure were observed in Rangpur during these 3 cultural phases. Use of stone and rubble for construction is also scarce at Rangpur. At Ratanpura, the excavation in Mount 1 revealed post-urban Harappan ceramics. Mount 2 revealed a cultural deposit of 85 to 95 centimeter thick, broadly comparable with Rangpur 2C. A number of rammed earth floors of circular huts with U-shaped chula of mud built on the floor where structure remained found here at Ratanpura. In Kanvel, 2 circular huts were reported from the Chalcolithic levels. These Vatilan dome structures found with household articles such as pots, corn, terracotta lamp, and 22 terracotta bowls, emphasizing household utility of this structure. The ceramic shows mature Harappan and late Harappan affinity parallel to Rangpur sequence. Deshapur, Babakod, Nadapa, and Kanme has similar site size and preferred material for construction in these sites as stone. Thickness of the fortification wall structure at these sites averages between 3 to 5.8 meter, except Kanmer having 15 to 19.5 meter and Khirsara with 60 to 80 centimeter. In Desalbo and Nadapa and Khirsara, the thickness of inner wall is 60 centimeter, showing the affiliation or similarity with classical Harappan architecture. No curvilinear, circular, or polygonal structures were noticed in these sites also. By observations, stone and brick were used by both classical Harappan and Sorath Harappan, late Sorath Harappan sites. However, regional variations or regional preferences for construction choices are visible from each of the classical Harappan, Sorath Harappan sites in Gujarat. For instance, Dholavira and Lothal, two classical Harappan sites, observed different preferential choices for construction. Stone and mud bricks were popular in Dholavira for construction activities. But the inhabitant at Lothal preferred mud bricks over the stone structures. They also used burnt bricks for construction. This might have to do with cultural preferences, local availability of resources, or administrative choices. Mud bricks are more preferred in classical Harappan sites, opposed to the use of stone-based architectural activities in Sorath Harappan settlements. The classical Harappan sites also have thick fortification walls, irrespective of the size of the occupation area compared to Sorath Harappan sites. Larger Sorath and late Sorath Harappan settlements like Rojidi and Pitad have fortification thickness of 2 to 3 meters in comparison to small classical Harappan site, Bagasra having fortification thickness of 7.75 meters. Interestingly, the inner structures inside the fortification wall have almost similar thickness, averaging from 60 to 120 centimeter among majority of the major Harappan settlements in Gujarat, irrespective of their region or regional manifestations. The presence of circular, polygonal, or curvilinear structure at Kundasi, Chedak, Rojidi, and circular hut structure at Zegeda, and obstacle curvilinear structure at Dholavira needed to be analyzed to see if there is any affiliation or cultural choices. The change in structural plan and choices of construction might have been influenced from environmental changes occurred in the region. Hydrological factors and aridity might have forced the inhabitant to alter their life subsistence pattern during circa 1900 to 1600 BC. The emergence of curvilinear, circular, polygonal structures and change in material culture and shape and features of these utensils denotes adaptation of pastoral lifestyle by the occupants at Rojidi, Dholavira, Segeda, and Kundasi. Further in-depth analysis is needed to understand the cultural change from urban to post-urban phase and how the architectural patterns changed during this time period. Thank you.